we really wanted to reward our founding members for all of the BS that they've put up with, essentially, during the development of the marketplace. And this is a great way. So here at the very beginning, you'll see the founder's plan. It's free, doesn't cost any money. You get unlimited products. There is an unlimited revenue cap, and your transaction fee is 5% plus 50 cents per transaction, which is literally the lowest, even below what we're offering the enterprise customers. What up?
What up?
Hey, everybody, and welcome to another episode of the Laser Source Podcast. We're here to talk to you even more about the Laser Everything Marketplace today. We got some big updates and some really good news for vendors. So if you are a vendor already, you're going to get some great news today. And if you're not, don't worry, you still have a chance to get in on this great news before it expires. So, as usual, we are flocking in here right after kind of throwing this together. And I have not given any thought to like where or how we should start. What do you guys think?
I think we should start at the beginning.
Well, it was a cold night in 1989, and my parents had just gotten off a plane.
Oh, no. Let's skip like 30 years ahead.
Okay, I guess I'll just show that pricing page.
The Laser Everything Marketplace started not too long ago as an idea, but now it's coming to fruition.
Like 3 years ago.
Yeah. And basically, it is going to be a place specifically for makers. It's just been rebranded as MakerREMIX.
Yeah, it has gone under. I suppose that's been changed since the last episode, huh?
Yeah, that'd be a good place to start.
Yeah, probably true. Well, we're about to see that. Gretch says, I want to hear that story from the beginning.
All right, you ready? Go ahead and start. Ready?
Yeah. Exactly.
It was a duck and Stoneman Nat getting off of a 747. Look at this. Laura's so sweet.
Why? What's Laura saying?
Laura said, "Oh, you guys are the best. I truly love Tuesday nights so much."
That is good, Laura. I am glad that you feel that way.
Thanks, Laura.
Okay, here we go. I have it. Let me share my screen.
There you go.
Okay, here we go. So, here is the marketplace pricing. You're looking at it. So, there's a free plan. It's $3 per month. Why does that say free? It should say $0. Also, you'll notice I have all of this highlighted right now because it's white text on a white background, and I just need to have the devs fix that. So you can't even really read this at the moment. But we're going to work our way through these really quick, and then I'm going to let Kyle and Matt kind of take over with more brainy insights than what I'm able to offer because they did most of the work on this. So thanks, Kyle and Matt. But first up, we have the free plan. Don't want to pay anything? Don't have to. Everybody can be a vendor. That's always what we wanted. We have a limit of 10 products and revenue up to $1,000. So you can sell up to 10 different products, 10 different listings, and you can make up to $1,000 per month for free. But the downside to that, obviously, the marketplace has to be self-sustainable. It has to make money. So there is a transaction fee of 10% plus 50 cents per transaction. So that is a bit steep. You don't have to pay any monthly fees, but you get to, if you just want to jump in and try things out and see if you make sales, this is a great option. Because if you explode and you start doing really well, you can always upgrade to a better plan and drop that percentage way down. So this would be a really good one if you're just kind of trying to test the waters. Next up, we have the Maker Pro plan for a very reasonable $30 a month. 50 total products, so 50 listing limit, revenue up to $5,000. So you can sell basically anything except lasers and be on this plan. And the transaction fee drops a significant 1.25% down to 8.75 plus 50 cents per transaction. Next up, Maker Business. This is going to be the best one if you are an actual business planning to participate in the marketplace. And by actual business, I don't mean laser engraving shop. I mean like you own a business dealing to laser engravers, right? This plan makes the most sense to you. That's going to have a 100 product cap and revenue up to $10,000 a month with a transaction fee of 7.5%. So another substantial 1.25% reduction on that transaction fee, plus 50 cents per transaction. You're also going to get access to the vendor micro stores. We'll talk a little bit more about that in a few minutes. And then Enterprise for $90 a month. So we really wanted to keep that under 100. That was something we debated about for a long time. Enterprise users will have unlimited products and unlimited revenue. So there will be no revenue cap. This is the top tier plan with a lowest transaction fee available to you of 6% plus 50 cents per transaction. So that'll be for the biggest companies, right? The cloud raise, hopefully, that will be coming in. In fact, I don't even need to say hopefully. I think Cloud Ray is already a vendor. Are they not? Yeah, they are. So that would be the plan that makes sense for them. Cloud Ray will not be paying that, however, because Cloud Ray is a founding vendor. And so this is something that we've come up with this week. We really wanted to reward our founding members for all of the BS that they've put up with, essentially, during the development of the marketplace. And this is a great way. So here at the very beginning, you'll see the founders plan. It's free, doesn't cost any money. You get unlimited products. There is an unlimited revenue cap, and your transaction fee is 5% plus 50 cents per transaction, which is literally the lowest, even below what we're offering the enterprise customers. What do you have to do to get into the founders plan? Be a founder. Sign up now if you're not already signed up. Everybody who's already signed up for the marketplace has been assigned the founders plan by default. So if you're already on the marketplace, you don't have to worry about anything. You don't have to do anything.
Don't select something else.
That's the one thing you have to do is not pick a different plan, essentially, because you're getting the best deal right now. Will we offer the founders plan forever? Probably not, but for any kind of foreseeable future, the founders plan will be staying. Just to, again, thank everybody that has helped us test things, that has gone through the ringer to, essentially just kind of be the rag dolls of this situation while we get everything put together. We want to make sure that you guys get the best deal. So that is essentially the deal. So a couple things I want to just touch on really quick, and then I'm going to turn it over to the guys. The founders plan does get access to the vendor micro stores. That's also available to people on the Maker Business plan and the Enterprise plan. It's not listed here, but it should be. And the vendor micro stores are our vendor storefronts. So if you are familiar with the marketplace, you'll remember that every vendor has access to a vendor storefront, which is a customizable storefront where only your products are displayed. And we can take a look at like Algo Laser here. Shout out Gil. What's up, man? Thanks for getting this up. So you've got a banner image. You have a separate search, separate from the site search, where people can search only your products. We're building right now a custom menu system so you can create collections of your products and display them in menus that you can set up on your store page. That way things are organized the way you want them to be stored. And of course, only your listings are going to show up below your storefront. So this is something I think we've spent more money getting this ready. This was really important to me, and there was nothing like this on the base software when we started this project like 2.5 years ago. So it took a really long time to get this kind of put together. And so it's something that we're reserving for the higher tiered members, essentially just to kind of help it make its money back, because this was a really big investment for us. So if you want the micro storefront, you will have to get one of the higher tier plans. Again, that's available to the business and enterprise customers. You will have access to the micro storefront. That's also available to the founders, which again should be anybody who's listening, because if you're listening, you should be going to sign up or have already signed up right now, unless this is like way in the future. So,
by the way, real quick to add to that, you don't have to list a product today to be a founder. You just have to sign up for it.
Yeah, that always drove me nuts. Like when I signed up for Etsy, and they were like, "Oh, you want to make an account? You have to add a product right now. Add a product, like immediately," and it just drove me nuts. So you don't have to do anything.
The question that just popped up from Dr. Aces: where do I go to sign up? Is the link in the description?
Yes.
The short and the easy way is if you go to our website, lasereverything.net.
Yep.
And on the top right, you'll see how to get to the marketplace under shop.
Remix Market right here. Go ahead and click on that. We're getting things ready. You scroll down just a little bit. Vendor panel login. So if you're already a vendor, you can log in here. It's the easiest way to log into the vendor panel besides like literally bookmarking the panel login URL, or right here, small text, not a vendor yet, apply now. And if you click that, it will take you to the vendor application form where you can fill things out. Here's the plan. Don't select maker business, pick the founder plan. Unless that's no longer there, again, by the time you're watching or listening to this, in which case, pick the plan that best meets your needs. In the future, that link will probably not go here. In the future, that link will probably go to this page where you can see the different plans first, because then if you pick a plan like Enterprise, if I click choose, Enterprise is filled in by default in the plan selection, and that'll make it a little easier for people to see what they're choosing from instead of just that weird drop down. But that's neither here nor there. So that's the best way to apply if you haven't. If there's any inkling of an idea that you might at some point want to participate in the marketplace as a vendor, sign up now. Sign up now to do that, because that'll get you in on the founders plan before that goes away. What did we decide on, guys? 7 days, a week?
Yeah.
So when it's gone, it's gone.
Yeah.
It'll be there till it's not.
I like that, actually. We can throw in an extra 2 days. So let's say the 1st of September. So September 1st, that won't be there anymore. And you'll have to pick from the other 4 plans. So I recommend just doing it now. If you're watching this, congratulations, you are getting the heads up. Of course, that comes with dealing with us as we wrap up development. And if you're looking for more information on that, you can find the changelog here, which contains quick notes. We also have a mailing list for all of the vendors. Kyle and Matt have been working very hard on working on emails that contain a lot of information, and not a lot of people are going to read that whole thing, but I highly recommend that you do. It contains a lot of points, and we're going to cover some of that stuff a little later on tonight on ways that vendors can best take advantage of, all of the resources, and there are a lot of them that we've made available to help make you guys have successful stores with us on the marketplace. So all of that is coming up, but that's all I've got for now. Before we veer off and start talking about all of that stuff, though, Matt and Kyle have made this pricing structure all make sense in their heads, and it's kind of over my head, honestly. I did a lot of sitting and watching them work today, so I'm going to let them talk a little bit about why this pricing, why we made the choices we made, and a little bit more about the structure of that. So I guess Kyle probably understands the math the best, so I'll let you get started.
I was the math checker.
If you're just looking at this, it's chaos, right? But you don't need to look at it. It's just here for anybody watching along. We're going to talk through it. So essentially, we talked through like the founders, the free plan, the mid tier, the top tier, the enterprise, all the plans we offer, right? Well, essentially, we were making sure or doing our best to be as competitive as we could with other marketplaces on the internet.
We are not as big as other marketplaces on the internet. So that was a challenge, but we certainly tried.
But that's also a benefit. We'll talk about it later.
Yeah. So first off, if you're looking at eBay, right, their percentage structure, they do the same percentage structure off of the top of the sale. So the difference is they do it by category type. So sticking to a relevant category of something that would be selling on our marketplace, you'd be in most cases between 13.25% and 15%. So listing cost wise, I think the first 250 listings are free, and then after that there's a charge. So most average people, or even most companies, unless you're somebody like CloudRite, aren't going to have 250 different products posted on the website. So there's a bit of a mix there. But anyways, 13.25% compared to something like the business plan, you're looking at 13.25% of $10,000 in revenue, and you're starting to see comparing it to any of these, you're already seeing the value of that. So skipping right past that, if we look at Etsy charges a flat rate of 6.5% on sales. But then when you're starting to make over $10,000 in sales a month, there's an additional advertising cost that goes into that. So right off their terms of service, it says 12 to 15% advertising cost when you're over $10,000 a month in monthly revenue.
Mandatory.
Well, the comparable plan there, max of $10,000 a month, or going to unlimited, if you're making 10 grand, even 10% of that is $1,000 right off the top, plus 6.5% of that total. So it's another $650. So rounding down, you're still over like $1,650. So $90 to beat that a month, right?
Mm-hmm.
Not bad. And then moving right on from that, you have Amazon, right? Amazon has two different plans. I know there's a lot more that goes into Amazon selling and FBAs and all the other groovy stuff, right? But just looking at the Amazon seller basics page, you have an individual plan and a pro plan. Individual plans, they charge you 99 cents per listing. Oh, and that's another thing. Etsy charges you 20 cents a listing. If you had 100 listings, that would cost you $20. Again,
and that's not for a transaction. That's not for a transaction.
That's just to have a product listed.
Your picture.
Yep. So 99 cents per listing. If you had 100 listings, that would be $99. And then on top of that, both the pro plan and the individual plan are arranged depending on the category that you're in, anywhere from 6 to 45%, depending on the category of the product. And then on top of that, you may also be hit with a referral fee depending on what it is. And then the pro plan is $40. So I think we're very competitive. Even if like you weren't selling 10 grand in stuff, even the top tier plan would be cheaper than if you were selling $10,000 of goods a month on the other platforms. So
Richard is saying Etsy charges way more than 6.5%.
Yeah, I'm just saying based off of their site, it's 6.5% of sales as a transactional cost.
But realistically,
yes, we know it's more than that because there's other fees that are associated to it.
We're trying to
go down the rabbit hole. We're just doing apples to apples.
Yeah, we're trying to do worst case scenario. Like for us, like we're putting ourselves in the most disadvantageous position to make it as simply clear as possible that it's a decent value while still making the marketplace self-sustainable. So that's kind of how this math was done.
So looking at these are the only fees we have planned at this time. Obviously, we can't do anything about taxes. The government gets their money one way or the other, right?
Yep.
And so we can't help with that. That is what it is. We don't have any other fees right now. This is everything we've got to share.
Yep.
So any other fees that other sites have, we're not accounting for them, but our goal is to beat them in terms of being competitive and then being oriented to the people who are taking part in the store.
Yeah, and the fees are specifically designed to offset the maintenance and upkeep. We can't really get more specific than that on the show right now, but there is overhead that comes along with
development fees of even just generating new tools for sellers too.
And I mean, just transaction processing in general is very expensive for everybody all the time. So in order to make sure that everybody's winning, because that's our goal, we want everyone to win with this, we had to instill certain rates in certain places. So again, I'm not allowed to get more specific than that right now, but it's important. It's important to recognize that going forward. And again, if you're watching this live, thank you. You're probably already signed up or signing up right now. The founders rates are stellar. Honestly, I mean, frankly, the founders rates are stellar. So
5% versus even enterprises 6%.
Yeah, it's a
1%.
It's a brilliant deal. So I think we're all really proud on that. And 5% is the promise that we made to people when we were onboarding at the very beginning of this. So I'm really glad that we are able to keep that promise to those people that signed on early too. That makes me really happy. So Matt, you had some things you wanted to say about us being small or whatever.
Size matters, everybody. Size matters.
and how you think. And
it's how you use it. And all of that's true. So I've been right for all of these years. So yeah, literally we've kind of hit on there it is. We've kind of hit on the major stuff about what makes the marketplace special. But basically the no mandatory advertising equals lower cost overall, and it saves you, it could be up to thousands of dollars. The other thing was the no listing fees was one of my biggest annoyances, because anybody who's ever gone onto Etsy makes it sound awesome. Because you're like, oh, I get to list all my stuff, and I get the people are going to buy my things. And just to put them there, it costs you money, which is here. It's only when you sell things, right?
Yeah, and you don't know it's going to be a hit.
Right.
It's always a gamble, right? Well, we wanted to avoid that.
Now, the other thing is going back to size and how it matters. And all jokes aside, shut your mouths. I feel like I'm a teacher when I say the word Uranus, like back in class, Anyways, but the whole thing is literally just the fact that there's a targeted audience here. Anybody is here. Yeah, that's true. I'll get in your window. Anyways, what ends up happening is literally, I hate you. Would you just let me do my job?
Stop making jokes.
All right, that's fair. What's not a joke is the fact that there's less listings. So one of the things anybody who ever goes to Etsy sees is the fact that there's 1 million listings, and it's literally a giant race to the bottom for people who don't know the value of what it is you're doing. And that pisses me off, because you'll see someone who's doing the same thing that you're doing, and you know how much work is there, and they're somehow undercutting you. And obviously, open marketplace scenario means that anybody can undercut and do whatever they want. But the great thing is, maker to maker, I know how much time goes into a file, and I don't mind spending $5 on a file, because I know that I'm going to be able to make my money back and do all that kind of stuff. And when there's 300,000 people listing files, you don't know what's good and what's not. And so when you've got a larger audience like that to choose from, it's difficult to know the quality that's there, versus when you're coming here to people who you literally know who they are in our community. You know who they are from Facebook. You know who they are from
the show.
Discord. Yeah, you know who they are literally from the show. It's these people who are showing up every week. And some of them might be people like me and Kyle. I have a couple of files that I'm planning on listing. Because why wouldn't I, right? So Boyce has some killer stuff, man. He and Diana make amazing products from Michigan. So if you're from Michigan and he decides to list that stuff, why not, right? So anyways, that's basically the biggest thing to me. The other thing is knowing that we have a curated marketplace to a degree. Obviously, anybody can be a vendor, but it's going to be an ongoing curation. So basically, if we see people with Etsy, I feel like a lot of times there are people who don't follow through on stuff. And with Etsy, you never know why you got and by the way, we'll get to the stability of the marketplace in a minute, but a curated audience is literally one of the biggest things. If we're letting them onto the marketplace and they're doing what they're supposed to, everybody wins. If they're not doing what they're supposed to, if they're not following through, if there's continuous issues, we can take care of it. Who to come talk to. It's not some random person who's sitting at a desk.
Is going to be a large part of our terms of use, which we're working on right now. So, and additionally, I mean, it is curated. We haven't really come across this situation yet, but we still are hand approving every single vendor. So you don't. I mean, anybody can apply,
right?
But that doesn't mean we're going to accept it. We haven't had a lot of people that we haven't personally invited apply, so there haven't been a lot of opportunities to decline applications. But That being said, it's certainly an option for us as well, and that always is going to be powerful.
Well, and going back right here to what Willie says, there's a lot of scalpers on Etsy. Yeah, like that's the whole point. So getting in now while you're at the ground floor basically ensures that you know who these people are, right?
Yeah.
And just like Jack in the Shop, I love how all of you guys just contradict me. I love you so much. But in all seriousness, the other thing is the fact that you've got the targeted audience, you've got the curated groups, and then there was one more thing that I've just completely gone blank on. So there you go.
Yeah.
What was it that I just said?
I don't know.
It was really good, though.
I was reading chat and formatting this Excel sheet because it was really bothering me.
Yeah, I know. I heard dings and blings. But anyways, the whole point is getting in now basically ensures that you're able to get in and be competitive in the market and also get people to see your shop and get those ratings on your shop that say, hey, this stuff is great. And so that's the other thing, too. In Etsy, you're literally just like a small ship being awash through the oceans of people. Whereas here, you're getting in on the ground floor and getting your name known. So just a thought.
If you're trying to sign up and you don't have a URL, put your Facebook profile.
Or any of the other suggestions that I made, like the Wendy's online menu. Okay, so we have a list, and I'm going to go through the list now because it seems like you guys are done. Are you guys done?
Oh, we're done.
Okay, I heard noises, so yeah.
I'm going to the Facebook vendor group, which is one of the best places to stay up to date with things that are going on with the marketplace. I will flash that for you here. So here is the LE Marketplace vendor group. This will be rebranded soon. Even this is looking pretty dated at this point. But neither here nor there. Currently 40 something members, I think, in here, 59, growing, but tight, still like a little tight group. And I just posted this. It's the Marketplace Update Mega Thread Vendors. Please read ASAP. I really wanted to take some time on the podcast tonight to kind of go through this point by point with you guys to make sure that we're all on the same page going forward, because this is really important. There's a lot of really important stuff in here. So first thing on the list is the products listings reset. If you haven't already heard about this, it sucks. And I'm really sorry. If any of us saw the landmine in the mud, we would not have stepped on it. But while we were working on fixing the product categorization hierarchy, which manages how products are categorized, which we had to do in order to implement product features, and we showed that off 2 weeks ago, I think, on the podcast. That's working great now. In order to implement that, we had to do this hierarchy thing. And when we did the hierarchy thing, it deleted everybody's listings. I mean, literally everybody's. They're just like Thanos snap, gone. So that's a huge bummer. And we've already said, like, anything we can do to help you guys to get your listings back up, please let us know. We'd be happy to help. But you do have to put your listings back up. So if you haven't already done that, please start, because we're getting to the end of the tunnel, and we're going to be launching soon. So now is the time.
Backups wouldn't have helped, John. Sorry.
No, backups would not have helped, because we would have just had to do it again to get...
Re-importing them would have made them just not appear. So.
Yeah, because of the way that the hierarchy was set up. So they were non-compatible. So comments on that before we move on? Anybody? No, they're really straightforward. Products go bye-bye, redo. I guess I'm kind of underselling it a little bit. Not only did the recategorization improve site performance, but listings are a lot easier now to find product features. And again, we just did an episode on this. You can go listen to it if you're more interested. But the product features allowed us to implement filters. It allowed us to implement better search algorithms. It allowed us to implement the comparison lists so that people can compare products. It allows products to be searchable with the filters so that you can get like really refined things that are buried 13 pages under are going to jump up to the top if people are looking specifically for them now. And that was something we couldn't do before. So it was really important. I didn't want to undersell that. All right. That was item number 2, actually, product features. Mm-hmm. This is basically copy and pasted from the official product features announcement. And it says what I just said. This was a really important thing we had to do. It makes a bunch of things that you would expect from an online marketplace to work. If you want to read more about that, you find that here. Here's the link to the video as well. If you want to watch that, and we go through everything step by step. We build a product together. We talk about how to create different product variants. There's a bunch of stuff in there. Item number three, Matt, I'm going to let you talk about this. This is interview opportunity for Meet the Maker, I think, right?
Yeah. So basically, I'm doing like a weekly blog/vlog of the information that people send me. So I've got like a really quick survey, because I'm not trying to make this something that's like, tell us about, I don't want like how Alex started. It started in 1989.
It was a cold night in 1989, and my parents had just climbed
Do not
up.
want that, right? So literally, it's just going to be like, hey, maybe like highlight 2 or 3 of your best things. If you only got 1 or 2, that's fine also. But like, what's your biggest thing that you're really excited for people to know you're selling? Why do you think it's going to help them? And tell us a little bit about yourself. So, for example, Gulf Coast Laser Engraving. Oh, there's a few Gulf Coast. Which one are you? Where are you from? What are you making? And why should people come check out your site? And basically, for the people who are founders who within the next, I think we said 7 or 8 days, basically, who get in there, I'll be sending them out, not to everybody all at once, by the way. It's going to be sending them out kind of to a handful at a time. And then basically from now until we actually like have our official big launch, and even after that, it's going to be just a chance for people to see a quick write-up, like a maker highlight on when they log in, and it'll kind of rotate through.
Yep.
So, and then the other thing is it'll probably be static for the first couple of weeks, but then after that, when we've got so many of them, it'll rotate in. And then the other thing is they'll be on the millijoules. So it'll literally be like the millijoules that you see. It'll kind of be like the Marketplace Monday. Yeah. It's kind of, or MakerREMIX Monday. We're working on it. But long story short, it'll be one of those things where it's a chance for me to literally talk about people and show the stuff that you're working on, because we can show the listing, we can talk about you and what makes that a product that people should be looking into. Mm-hmm. So I think it'll be really useful just to get people to see some new stuff that maybe they hadn't seen before. Yep. And to get a chance to highlight you guys.
Brilliant. Kyle, any comments on that?
Nope.
Me neither.
Perfect. I want to have headshots of every person like
yeah. Item number four, branding update. This one's really simple, guys. The Laser Everything Marketplace is now MakerREMIX Market. You can find the market at market.makerremix.com. If you guys haven't been to MakerREMIX, go check it out, makerremix.com. MakerREMIX is going to be the umbrella kind of over everything, because it will incorporate all makers, not just laser engravers, and that's kind of where we're heading in this boat. Laser Everything will always be Laser Everything, but the web services that we are building around Laser Everything are really aimed at everyone that likes to make things, and we want to make sure that we include them.
Well, and here's a great question, or not question, but a great comment from Chloe. Is this for jigs and fixtures, or can I sell small products that I'm working on too? And that's exactly the point. Like it's
designed where you can sell. Yeah. If you're creating small products that other people could customize and sell in their shop kind of thing, that's exactly what that's for. So this is for other makers to pick up materials, supplies, tools, jigs, blanks.
And so actually here's a little hack for you guys. I'm going to teach you a little hack right now. If you just want to check out the marketplace and you haven't signed up as a vendor yet, you can go to market.makerremix.com. And you can click to apply to be a vendor, but don't fill out the vendor application form when it loads. You're just going to click the logo right up here in the top left corner, and that'll take you to the marketplace homepage. So you can actually see it right now. You can see how outdated it is. Lightburn is coming for Galvo lasers. Yeah, it's old. But if you guys haven't seen like the new main menu, looks really pretty. Look at this. We've got like the product icons and things. So if you're wondering what is going to be sold on here, this is a great place to look. Come check out some of the categories. What this isn't for is laser engraved like gifts, like things that you would sell to your customers. That kind of stuff we have plans for in the future, but this marketplace is really geared towards people who want to sell things to other makers or other people that have laser engraving machines. And so that could be anything from like laser
blanks. Yeah.
Yep. So if you want to like wall art and sign blanks, frames, shadow boxes, door hangers, that kind of stuff where it isn't marked, but maybe somebody doesn't have the machine they need to cut something like that, and they want to buy some of them so that they can mark them in their shops. Like, this is going to be perfect for you. Or Matt, you keep liking to give the excess stock example.
Yeah, so that's what I was going to say. So I order, a lot of you guys are people who make things in bulk, for example, like Christmas ornaments, right? You order 500 of them because that's the MOQ for you to get the price that makes sense where you can make money. Mm-hmm. But then maybe you only get 300 orders worth, and now you've got 200 that you're sitting on. Well, come January, those are useless for another, X amount of time. So maybe in January, you list those things for even a small profit, because if you bought them for 60 cents a piece, why not sell them for $1.25 a piece?
Yep.
That's what JDS and all the other JPP, all those people do. And this is where you can come in. And what's nice is you can set an MOQ for your shop. So you could say you can order 50, 100, like orders of 25, 50, whatever.
Yep. That capability is there now. It works now. Yeah.
And so that's what's really sweet is you can actually make a profit on that. Like, so you can cover your bases. You can actually pay for your own products and have no net loss, which is pretty sweet.
Pay for your time in packaging, shipping, pay for the storage that it took up for the couple months you had them.
So Gretch just said, so we could sell Oreos if they're not engraved yet?
I mean, technically, I don't think we have a food category in laser blanks, but that may be something we add in the future if the cheese heads come out of the woodwork. I also wanted to mention that it doesn't end with like things that you can laser cut. There's so much more. Somebody brought up Crystal, right? Has the keychain thingies, and that's a product that
Crystal Aguila,
that she designed and she sells on her website. That would be perfect for the supply section where it's not even a blank. It's literally just like a crafting supply that makes something easier for makers. We have a whole section already built out for that. That would make a ton of sense to list here. And we also have the digital products and services section. These don't have cool icons like the rest of the site yet. That's one of the things that I'm working on in my free time. But there are a ton of categories in here of really smart things that you can sell on the marketplace. Raster and vector artwork, 3D files, fixture files, project files, just completed project files.
By the way, if you're a vendor or you're not a vendor yet and you want to become a vendor, this is the time where you can message us and we can make a specific spot for your items. Like now is the time where it's really easy.
If it doesn't fit into a category that exists already, talk to us.
Yeah.
No, he does not have free time. He just says, you have free time? No.
No, I just said I spent my free time working. So.
Chloe says could help grabbing blanks in smaller amounts.
Absolutely.
That's literally the point of this site. That's exactly what it is.
People who don't have an EIN, now you will have to pay sales tax, but that's the thing. Now you still have access to things you didn't have access to for a smaller amount,
Yeah.
Real quick, one more for fun. Just John said there should definitely be an outtakes reel of Matt, Kyle, Alex, and Boy saying Matt's Millijule Maker Market Monday.
Okay.
Nailed it.
Yes. It's
I made it halfway through that and my brain broke.
Business body.
Business body.
And then like even things like stock video and photos I included on here because guess what? Makers that have maker-based businesses need things like websites, right? We should have like web design. I guess web design fits under art and design services.
I think that was our game plan for it.
Yeah. I honestly, guys, like there's so much that you can offer, a huge variety of skills that actually relate directly to this.
Like Boyce needed, what'd you need for your website the other day, Boyce?
Shopify.
You were looking for like a Shopify designer, right?
Yeah,
man.
Yep. So that would have been great for this. Yep. And the infrastructure's here to support all of that, and it's working now, which is something I don't think a lot of people know yet. So that was a huge sidetrack I did not want to go off on, but I'm glad the question was asked. It gave us a good opportunity to
but I
answer.
also think that you guys, I think the reason it's worth showing that now is because people wonder, why am I paying 5%? Why am I paying 6%? It's to be able to have all of those things there and to keep all of that stuff functioning properly and all of that. Like that's literally the upkeep cost along with other things that we can't talk about. But like, that's it. It's one of those, it's just, I really did not realize when Alex was like, oh, I'm busy working on the marketplace. I'm like, oh, sure you are. And literally last night I fell asleep at the keyboard 3 times working. It was like 11:30 at night. I was like, and Kyle goes, Matt. I was like, yeah, I'm here. I found it. So just saying.
Yeah. It's a lot of work.
Just to note,
yeah.
Just because he says it's working doesn't mean you should be going in the back end and trying to process transactions. Don't do that.
Please don't do that.
Don't go in the back end.
Website is not open for services. It's just operational.
It's not. We're not open. But we are very close to being ready. Just consult the changelog. Okay, that's why it's there. Number 5, join the Facebook group and watch for updates. Number 5, advertising space on lasereverything.net. If any of you go to the website regularly, and you should, because I change it like virtually every day, you will notice that on the various pages around the website, not every page, but various pages, there are these little shadow boxes hanging out in the corners and on the sides and bottoms of some of the high traffic pages. These are for vendors on the marketplace to advertise their stuff. Matt just sent out a very large email to a very big group of people that I put the wrong pricing into. My bad. And you just sent out an update today, right, Matt, on pricing for ad space. Can you pull that up? Can we talk about that real quick?
Sure.
Actually, yeah. If you want to just pull that up for a second, and you can kind of like read off the price, and then I'll find it on the site, and we can kind of do it that way. But we are offering ad space. This ad space is not going to be like Google AdSense ads, like just from random places out on the internet. These ad spaces are for vendors only. So it will only, if you click an ad on lasereverything.net, it will only ever take you to our marketplace. They will not take you anywhere else. And that's really important to me because I don't want our site cluttered up with a bunch of nasty ads. I didn't even want to put ads on the website in the first place, but we really need to do some fundraising so we can finish the marketplace because it's extremely expensive. So, we are offering some limited ad space on our highest traffic pages. Like, for example, a really good one is under downloads. Everybody comes here for EasyCAD and the laser parameter converter. And I've just got this nice big 1920 by 400 block just sitting here waiting for somebody to swoop up between our 2 most popular downloads on our downloads page. But we have other ones too that cost quite a bit less, like on our software manuals page, which Amanda deleted by accident.
You want me to talk about them as you go so we can...
Oh, yeah, please. Yes, if you have it up. I was just filling time.
So basically, the one that he's looking at right now is $500 for a month.
Yes. Great. And then the manuals, spec sheet, and reference pages all have the 125 by 500 banners on them. What are those going for?
$250 a piece.
Thank you. And then the bottom ones are a little cheaper,
by the way, these are all
right?
1 month pricing in US dollars.
Yeah, the bottom ones are a little cheaper because they're at the bottom.
Yeah, so those are $200 a piece.
Okay. And then we also have, where else do we have these? Oh, the database pages. So all of our database pages, including our settings, like the fiber laser settings, the CO2 gantry, the UV laser settings, all of those where people are going to be going for settings or projects have those same banners integrated as well here and at the bottom of each page. Those are...
The bottoms and banners of each page are left and right are 400 and the bottoms are 350.
Thank you. And then we have the buying guide, and this actually isn't ready yet. None of the buying guide is ready yet, but you guys have seen how I've had the buying guide organized in the past. There will be a second header here with a list of each buying guide category. And then the very first link on that header is going to say partners. And if you click it, it's just going to show up with a bunch of basically horizontal bars like this. And as you scroll down the horizontal bars, each advertiser will get a bar, and they get a little cheaper as you scroll down. So starting from the top,
there's already a couple of those gone, just so people know. So,
well, that's
very close to gone. Yeah, we got to finalize transactions.
They're
on the buying guide one specifically.
Claimed.
Yeah,
nice.
There's some that are claimed. Yes.
Cool. Good.
Which, by the way, this is definitely one of our higher trafficked areas.
Yeah. So starting from the top,
It's 500 from the top, and then all the way to the bottom, it kind of drops incrementally down to $100.
Cool. So that is available to vendors. So if you want to advertise your marketplace shop, you can do that on our main website. Again, that is not just for like random companies. This is an opportunity only for vendors of the Laser Everything marketplace, and ads on the Laser Everything website will only ever take you to the marketplace. They will never take you anywhere else.
The other thing too is those are for vendors who are currently already here. So if you sign up in the next 7 days, you guys get this pricing and all that stuff still.
Yes. And the reason that we're not selling advertising yet on the actual marketplace, I'm even going to pull it up right now, is because we have a bunch of advertising already built into the site that we're rewarding to existing vendors now, not new signups now, existing vendors now. So this is even pre-founder members status that are going to get those spaces for free for a while. We'll open those up for sale at a later date. I don't know when, and I'm not committing to anything right now. For now, they're in the hands of the people that helped us do our like alpha testing, and it's going to stay that way for a little while. But the website one, anybody can sign up to advertise on those for the time being. And we'll, again, talk more about that later when it's more relevant. It's not particularly relevant right now. But there's that. So that's number 5. We're halfway through this list, and we're at 48 minutes. We got to pick it up. MakerREMIX Social Network. This was last week's podcast. So, again, I'm not going to go into super deep detail about this. But if you haven't already signed up, go sign up. It's MakerREMIX.com. We have well over 250 members at this point. So that just kind of like popped right off. And it's been a lot of fun over there, actually. I'm like talking to people I don't get to talk to regularly. And I'm personally spending a good amount of time over there just because it's our new thing. It's our new project. So while the web developers are finishing up at the marketplace, I've been over there fucking up the new social network.
He's not kidding, by the way. Like, I'm trying to message him about work-related stuff during the daytime. And I'm like, Alex. And then I go over to the MakerREMIX and I'm like, Alex. He's like, yo.
That's just where I'm at, because I'm making a big list of things that are broken that need to be fixed when the marketplace is done. Yes, boys. Was that a hand raise? What was that? You just doing a
He
Mr.
literally just
Clean?
wanted to shine off his dome.
I know, yeah. Just got to do a little dome shine off. So anyway, I'm not going to go into detail on the MakerREMIX network right now, but there is another video link in the mega thread. And I posted this mega thread like 800 places. You can find it if you want to find it. There's another link to a full video about MakerREMIX that you can click on there. Community parameter libraries. If you haven't seen them, we have community parameter libraries where everybody can put settings in. And this note really is for laser manufacturers. So I'm not going to spend a long time on it right now because they're all sleeping. But laser manufacturers, if you haven't, you have the lasers that you made and you're shipping to customers. You should probably add some parameters to the parameter library. That's basically what it says for your specific builds. You guys always upload those videos of you doing the super nice stuff, so like, what settings did you use for that? Throw them in the thing, sign it with your company's name, boom, you just helped out your peeps, so that bought your product. It just seems like a simple thing to me, and I don't think we've ever said that out loud, so I wanted to say it out loud. Number 8, promotional image collection. This was something I wrote tailored to laser vendors, but really applies to everybody. Take nice pictures of your products and send them to us. It doesn't matter who. It could be Matt, it could be Kyle, it could be me, it could be the marketplace email. Just send them to one of us, because we are going to use that for things like the buying guide and advertisements and Google ads and Facebook ads and a whole plethora of things that are going to drive traffic to the marketplace website.
And hopefully bring people to your shop.
Yeah. So if you have the ability to take some nice photos, and you should, because you're a vendor, of your products, send the originals to us so we can use them in our marketing. We would really appreciate that, and it'll drive traffic to your store. Win, win, win. Vendor feedback. This is just saying, participate. We have a really big, vibrant, active community of vendors. They're very communicative. If you're not a part of that already, the first place I'd go is probably, though I hate to say it, the LE Marketplace vendor group. It's just where most of the people are right now. Also, we have a marketplace vendor group on MakerREMIX, and that's also where I'm spending most of my time right now. So it's a good place to kind of be in touch with me while we work on those things together. There's a dedicated group over there. There's dedicated forums over there, and a good amount of our vendors are over there already. So if you want to help grow MakerREMIX and stay on top of the marketplace, that's a great place to be. Third, and lastly, we have the marketplace at lasereverything.net email address that all three of us watch. So me, Kyle, and Matt are all on the marketplace email. We're looking at it all the time. We're helping vendors work through issues and stuff. I'd rather bug reports and things like that be posted in public somewhere so that when we answer them, other people can find those answers and benefit from them as well. That's a huge downside to answering questions via email. But if it's something that pertains to like private information or something that you like cannot share in public for some reason, the email address is there for you to be able to reach out to us. And then as a last resort, there is the messaging system on the marketplace itself, which is not very robust and has slow response times from us right now because we're kind of trying to stay out of the developer's way while they continue to work on the projects that we've given them. So there's a lot of different ways to get in touch with us if you're a vendor.
There's one more.
Yeah.
Actually.
What is it?
The feedback form on the website.
Sure. Yep. Feedback from where is that actually up right now? Is that up anywhere?
It's everywhere on the website.
Alex just
is it in the footer.
Literally everywhere. It should be in the footer. It should be at the top.
Yeah, it's right here. Feedback form.
Under resources, it should be everywhere. It's also on the project pages and the settings pages.
Not under resource, but we will add it there.
It was there, but it
should be.
Okay.
Well, it'll go back there, but check the footer either way. Don't submit a feedback report through that and expect a response.
Right.
That's literally like.
That's just like make us aware of a thing.
Yes.
Yeah.
Literally feedback, not a method of support, because we can't really have a conversation through a form that's one way.
Right. Good.
By the way, Willie said that we are fast with communication via that marketplace. Well, at least it's covered all hours of the day because I wake up at 6 and Kyle's usually going to bed at 7:30. So
yeah, yeah. Matt's the morning shift. I'm the afternoon shift, and Kyle's the evening shift.
Yeah, that's about right.
Basically, how it works. But
sometimes me and Alex interchange a little.
We're all pretty shifty.
The point is, there's a way if there is the will. And then in closing, I thank everybody for your patience. We are. This is not like an if. This is not like I'm not allowed to say when we're opening moment. We are currently right now in the final days and weeks of this very long and difficult process. You've all stood by us as we've tried to build this massive infrastructure to provide the best and easiest place to shop online for laser equipment. And everyone on my team is extremely grateful. I know I can speak for everybody that works here on that point. We're in the home stretch now, and more details are about to roll out. We're going to roll out the rollout schedule. So we can touch on that just a little bit. We don't have dates for it yet, but we have the structure. And the grand opening, will be following very soon. Very special thanks to each and every one of you. Sincerely, me, Laser Everything. So as for rollout, and I think we might have even mentioned this on the podcast before, there's going to be a 4-week rollout plan, which I would really like to start September 1st. And basically, week 1 is going to be vendors. So all of the vendors are going to be encouraged to buy and sell inexpensive products to and from one another. Just a very basic systems test. Dollar items, just something to just get some traffic moving and root out like big major bugs. Yeah.
Validates that you have your profile set up right. It validates that you're able to pull money and receive money off of your account.
Yep. Vendor withdrawals, balance withdrawals, and things like that. Yes. Yep. All very important.
Clock rolling on that gets basically everything pushed through and the blood moving the system.
Yes. Week 2 will be the LMA. So week 2, we're going to open the marketplace up to LMA members, and LMA members will be able to come in and make purchases from vendors. Week 3 will incorporate Discord, most likely. So at that point, we'll open it up to Discord members to come in and start making purchases. And then week 4, we will open it up to Facebook, and that should be a lot of people. At the end of week 4, if we don't have any critical errors that are completely just devastating everything, we will launch. And it would be really great if that was October 1st. I'm not promising it's going to be October 1st, but it would be really great if it was October 1st. We could start the new month.
Would be out of beta.
The fourth quarter. Yeah, we'll still be kind of early release status, but like
we'll be in Gamma.
We're gonna call it Gamma. The grand opening, Gamma. We'll have like a party. We'll do like a live stream, hang out, and kind of watch things and see how it does from there. Maybe turn on some advertising. So that is the rollout plan. Again, I'd love for that to start on September 1st. There are a few key things left for the developers to finish before I can do that. One of them is that right now, vendors have absolutely no way to initiate refunds without one of us getting directly involved and intervening. It's not launch critical, but it's extremely inconvenient. So we'd really like to get that fixed before we start that rollout schedule. Number 2 is the funds timer. So we are having and this is industry standard for marketplaces, but we're having a 2-week funds countdown timer basically be instituted. So if you make a sale and you sell $100 worth of stuff, that $100 goes into your vendor account with us. And then before you can withdraw that, you have to wait 2 weeks. It just makes sure that vendors don't sell 50,000 laser machines and then take all their money out and bail before people realize that the machines don't have laser sources in them, and then they're gone.
Willie was saying the scalpers on Etsy.
Yeah. So that is designed to prevent that. And we really believe in instituting that. And again, it's pretty industry standard, so nobody should be shocked by it, but it's not done. So we can't test things very well without that being finished. Kyle and I were trying to test vendor payouts today, and we ran into an issue where a bug was generated because we tried to do that before the developers were done with what they were doing. Yeah. So we're not there yet, but I really think like this week should be the week where we wrap up and we should be able to start a rollout schedule like September 1st. I would really like that.
A quick recap in case you came in at the latter part of the show. If you sign up in the next 7 or 8 days by September 1st-ish, then basically what's going to happen is you're getting the ability to set up your marketplace quickly. You have access to all of the things that the pro tier people have, and you're at the lowest percentage rate that you will ever pay on a transaction. It won't even be an option later on as far as we're aware. So if you're wondering, should I be a vendor? I think it took me 6 minutes to log, like to get everything done. Once I knew what, like when you get to the certain point, it's going to prompt you for the things you need. That's the longest it takes you to find the information if you don't have it handy. But as far as the actual sign up goes, 5 or 6 minutes to get yourself 5% for life. Pretty worth it.
Well, I don't even think it's 5 minutes.
And we don't know if it's for life. Don't say that. For
a lifetime of the offer.
Yeah. There you go.
That's what I meant.
For now, for the foreseeable future is what I like to say. Will there be a point where a vendor becomes a trusted vendor? Vendors become trusted vendors when their shit is in our hands and we get to inspect it and look at it. And at that point, I'm serious. It's true.
Just the way you said that, though.
It's true.
It's true.
At the point where we've handled, in some effect, the item or items being sold, that vendor, and we have a good working relationship with that vendor would become a trusted vendor.
Like
and we're actually working
out the community.
They would have to remain in good standing. They would not be getting complaints every week.
Yeah, and we are connected to the community. we're going to hear the complaints. You know what I mean? Like, even if they're not coming to us via the marketplace, we still have, 10,000 people on Facebook, and we have Facebook friends with 50,000 people in their groups, we're going to hear about it. So,
and we're also friends with administrators from other groups. So it's like,
yes, the answer is yes. And I'm actually working on a little badge that's going to go on your thing. It'll just be like, this guy is dope. And that'll be that
girl or girl.
Yeah. Dude.
Persons.
So that's that. Good question though, Willie. And we're over time. And that means that Nugget is upstairs somewhere screaming. So that's all I've got for this one. Do you guys have any last minute notes before we bounce out?
Go sign up, man. There's nothing that would, there's
nothing to lose.
Thing to lose except gaining the ability to have a cool thing to try. Just saying. And from now until Christmas, there's going to be something that's sitting in your shop. Like, I literally have been pulling aside boxes to set up as listings because I just have them sitting here and I've never sold them, but I know other people who do. Like the olive wood boards where I'm like, well, I kind of have 10 of those that I'm not going to use them, so I might as well sell them to somebody else.
Yep. And then after you sign up as a vendor, follow somewhere you can get information about the marketplace for vendors, whether that's the Facebook group for marketplace vendors, or MakerREMIX, the vendor marketplace over there, or the forums, or just go find one of those places where we're gathering and gather, because that's how you stay in touch with this kind of stuff. And of course, we'll be back before launch with more information. Does Laser Everything have a video on fine-tuning light burn to speed up jobs on gantry? I've got a diode and it's pretty slow. Do we have a video like that? I don't think so.
We haven't covered test grids yet. But
we'll talk about it. It's coming up. Robin says, fantastic. Congrats, guys. Excited. It is almost there. We are getting so close, Robin. Get ready to write. And Chloe says, I'm looking at the X-Tool F1 for speed with the slide extension for wood. I'm still going to be bottlenecked by stepper motors. Yeah, that's definitely not a topic that we've covered on the channel before, but that would be something I'd be interested in looking into. We'll add it to the old backlog. That's all we've got, guys. Thank you so much for joining us for another episode. Hope this was informative and helpful for you. And as always, we will see you in the very next episode. Have a great night.
Have a great night, everybody.
Bye, guys.
I don't think Boyce said one word.
He did too. He said,